ask you something honest. Have you ever pulled back from a man, stopped texting first, stopped being so available, and then watched him suddenly come running back like nothing happened? That's not a coincidence. That's psychology. And today, I'm going to walk you through exactly why that happens and how you can use it intentionally, not desperately, because there is a massive difference between chasing a man's attention and becoming someone he genuinely cannot stop thinking about. This is not about games. This is not about tricks. This is about understanding how the male mind works and positioning yourself as the one woman he feels like he might actually be losing. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share with you changes everything. Why men miss women, the real psychology. Before we get into the strategies, you need to understand one fundamental truth. Men do not miss what is always available to them. Think about it. When something is always there, always ready, always responding, always orbiting around them, the mind stops valuing it. Not because they're heartless, but because the human brain is wired to want what requires effort, what feels rare, what might disappear. This is called scarcity psychology, and it works on everyone, including him. So the very thing most women do when they like a man, being extra available, extra warm, extra responsive, is actually the thing that kills his desire to chase. He doesn't miss you because you never gave him a chance to feel your absence. Now I want you to think about the last man you were really into. Were you always the first to text? Always the first to respond? Were you emotionally available at all hours? If yes, that's where the problem started, and today we're going to fix that. Strategy 1. Give him space like it costs you nothing. The first and most powerful thing you can do is pull back your energy, and do it calmly, not dramatically, not with attitude, just quietly. Stop reaching out first for a while. Stop flooding his notifications. Stop sending him memes, check-in texts, good morning messages. And here's the key. Do it like you're completely fine, like your life is full, like you didn't even notice the silence. Because when a man suddenly stops getting your constant attention, something interesting happens inside his mind. He starts to wonder, where did she go? What is she doing? Is she okay? Is she talking to someone else? That wondering is the seed of missing you. You are not ignoring him. You are simply redirecting your energy back to yourself. And that shift, that quiet, confident shift, is felt. Men are much more emotionally perceptive than they let on. He will notice, and he will feel it. Strategy 2. Let your life look like it's moving without him. This one is subtle but incredibly powerful. You don't need to post thirst traps. You don't need to fake a social life. What you need to do is genuinely invest in your own life and let that be visible. When he checks your Instagram or your WhatsApp status and he sees you out with friends, trying something new, working on a goal, laughing, growing, something shifts in his brain. He starts to feel like he is being left behind, and the fear of missing out on you is one of the strongest emotional triggers you can activate in a man. See, men are competitive by nature. They may not say it out loud, but when they see a woman they're connected to, moving, thriving, glowing without them, their ego wakes up. Their interest wakes up. So invest in yourself, not for him, for you. But know that as a side effect, he is watching, and he is feeling it. Strategy 3. Stop reacting to his attention bait. This one is going to require some self-control, but it is worth it. Sometimes a man who is pulled away will suddenly start posting things just to get your reaction. A mysterious quote, a photo at a party, a vague status update. He's testing whether you're still watching, whether you still care. And most women, without even realizing it, walk right into the trap. They like the post. They comment. They react immediately. And just like that, they've shown their hand. Don't do it. When you choose not to react, when your attention is not easily pulled, it becomes more valuable. He starts to wonder why you didn't respond. He starts to wonder if you even saw it. He starts to think about you more. Your non-reaction is a power move. Use it. Strategy 4. Respond with calm, not desperation. When he does reach out, because he will, how you respond matters more than what you say. Most women make the mistake of over-responding. They've been waiting. They've been hoping. And the moment he texts, everything pours out. Excitement, questions, warmth, maybe even a little nervousness. He feels all of that, and it tells him, she was waiting. Instead, I want you to respond like you're already in a good place. Keep your replies short, calm, relaxed. Not cold, not rude, just unbothered in the best way possible. This communicates something deeply attractive, that you are not dependent on his attention for your happiness, that your day was good whether he texted or not. That kind of energy is rare, and rare things are always more desirable. Strategy 5. Let your world feel full. This is something I want you to understand deeply, not just as a strategy, but as a way of living. A woman whose world revolves around one man is not an attractive woman, not because she is not beautiful or worthy, but because that kind of energy, desperate, singular, obsessive, pushes people away rather than drawing them in. On the other hand, a woman with a full life, friends, passions, laughter, goals, depth, that woman is magnetic. Let him see glimpses of that fullness, not performed, not exaggerated, just real. Let him see that you have people who love you, that you have places to be, that you have things that light you up that have nothing to do with him. When a man senses that your world is full, he wants to be in it, because full worlds feel worth entering. Empty worlds feel like traps. Strategy 6. Create a private language between you two. This one is intimate, and that's what makes it powerful. If you are in contact with this man or have been, create something that belongs only to you two. A nickname, an inside joke, a phrase that has meaning only in your shared history. Here is why this works on a psychological level. Every time he hears that word or thinks of that phrase, his brain automatically pulls up a memory of you. You become associated with warmth, with laughter, with something specific and irreplaceable. You are not just a woman he talked to. You become a feeling, a reference point, a presence in his mind that gets triggered by ordinary things in his everyday life. That is how you stay on someone's mind without being in the room. Strategy 7. Teach him something he carries with him. Here's the truth about men and memory. Men remember the women who changed them in some way, not the women who were always available, not the women who tried the hardest, but the women who made them think differently, feel differently, see the world from a new angle. Be that woman. Share something meaningful, a perspective they hadn't considered, a piece of wisdom, a way of seeing a situation that shifts something in them. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be simple. A quiet observation, a book recommendation that actually changes how they think, a conversation where they say, "I've never thought about it that way before." When someone grows in your presence, they connect that growth to you. They carry you with them even after you've left the room. That is the most lasting kind of impression you can make on a person. Now here's what I want you to really hear before you go. Making someone miss you is not about manipulation. It is not about pretending to be someone you're not. It is not about playing games or being cold or fake. It is about becoming so grounded in yourself, so genuinely invested in your own life, your own energy, your own growth, that your absence is felt because your presence was real. The woman who is hardest to forget is not the most beautiful woman in the room. She is not the most agreeable, the most available, the most desperate to be chosen. She is the woman who walks through the world like she belongs in it, like she knows her worth, like she is going somewhere, with or without anyone's approval. That is who you are becoming, and that is who he will not be able to stop thinking about. If this video gave you something today, drop a comment and tell me which strategy hit you the hardest. Was it the silent strategy? The full life energy? The private language? I want to know. Because understanding where you are right now helps me make better videos for you. And if you know a woman in your life who needs to hear this, share this with her. She will thank you for it. I'll see you in the next one.